do you see any center resembling to you in these days, and why the famous sky hook does not exist anymore?
Well, I don't see anybody playing the game like I played it, but the reason that there's no sky hook that you see too often is that, again, kids aren't learning it. I learned it when I was in the 5th grade. I was 10 or 11 years old. I learned how to do it. It was easy. Well, it wasn't difficult, let me put it like that. And, you know, it was part of my game starting at that point, and it enabled me to play for a long time.
What do you consider the most giant step in your career, let's say, to use
I would say,
like a line of your autobiography?
I would say the transition I went through from 9th grade to 10th grade. You know, 9th grade I was okay player. 10th grade I was consensus All-America, and I got better from there. So I'd say that, you know, going from 15 years old to 16 really was a crucial part.
As a person very close to the Lakers, how do you feel now that you see that Pau Gasol is going to be starting in the All-Star game for the Eastern Conference after what happened with him in the Lakers in the last 2 years, where he was playing away from the basket, that is, you know, linked to what you just said right now about the big man, you know, in another system, and now he's an All-Star back in Chicago.
Well, I'm very happy for Pau. He's a great player. He should be there. He had so much skill and versatility. I think that's why he's able to go to different places and do well. You know, he learned the whole game. He plays both ends of the court. And, you know, that type of talent and versatility enables him to last as long as he has and do as well as he has done. So I'm very happy for him.
As a center that you were, how do you feel when you see two brothers, centers from abroad, overseas, starting for the All-Star game?
Well, I think it's wonderful. They both have worked very hard to get to where they are. They continue to learn. I remember when Marc first came to play for the Grizzlies, physically he wasn't there, and you know, in the years in between then, he's worked very hard on his body and on his knowledge of the game. That's why he's going to be starting in the All-Star game. It's a tribute to his work ethic.
Dirk Nowitzki is a top 10 scorer now in the NBA. Could you lose a few words about his career, and do you think that the Mavericks have a shot at the title this year?
Geez, I don't know if the Mavericks. I haven't seen them play this year, but you know, Dirk has had an awesome career.
What do you think about changing the qualification for the playoffs, not taking the conference but the top 16 teams?
Well, that's really up to the competition committee. They have to understand what really makes the most sense to keep the game competitive and to keep the fans' interest at a peak. So if they think that works,
do you think it will be more fair for the teams?
We won't know until they try it. You know.
Kareem, Milwaukee Bucks, the team that you led in the first championship in '71, has a great guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have you seen him? How you evaluate his progress so far? He's a Greek guy.
I think he's originally from Nigeria.
34. Yeah. No, his origins is from Nigeria, but he was born and started playing basketball and grew up in Greece.
Okay, but he's a talented player. I haven't seen him play that much, but he's got size and athletic ability. He can make it.
Oh, sorry. These days, the basketball is a global sport. Like the NBA is a good example of that. There are a lot of international players. How important is for the NBA as a league to grow up as a league? Have that many international players?
Well, I think the NBA really has achieved what it wanted to achieve in that the game has appeal across all types of cultural and political borders. Everybody seems to like the game. We have players from all over the world, literally, and young athletes all over the world want to come into the NBA and play. I think that's a great achievement. I think it will guarantee the growth of the game. It will continue. I wouldn't be surprised to see a professional basketball league in Europe or even Asia. It should not be impossible.
When you were playing, to have more than 100 players outside of the United States, there was something out of image.
Oh yeah, when I was playing, there were like 5 or 6 players from overseas, and they were an oddity. And now it's so commonplace. Somebody was telling me that the face of the game is going to be like San Antonio. You know, some Americans and some players from a number of players from all over the place.
So out of
out
of this year's signature basketball line for the All-Star Weekend, who do you think has the best sneaker this year?
I do.
Why?
Mr. Jabbar, do you believe that you paid for your beliefs by not becoming, by not given a chance to become a head coach or an executive in this league?
Well, you know, for whatever the reasons were, I didn't get that opportunity. I have had some coaching opportunities, and I think I've done well with them. But you would have to talk to the people who made those decisions. I didn't make those.
Is any player that he might break your unbelievable records?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question.
Is there any player, any present player, who might break your unbelievable records?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it at this point, but you never know. I got there, so someone else can. But it's been fun. I've been able to enjoy being the all-time leading scorer for some time.
What is the secret? Is consistency, is dedication? What is the secret to staying on the top for so many years, win championships, have so many individual and team distinctions?
Well, for me, that was my work ethic. I wanted to be the best I could be. I trained in the off season, and that enabled me to quit when I wanted to quit. So, you know, I was able to have some longevity because of the approach I took to training and being ready to play.